Okay, so it's time to set some expectations for you and for your group going into this new season. I know that it's hard to create boundaries. In this world, we are living in a world of boundaries everywhere, sometimes a little too many. But there are some things that will help safeguard your small group time and make it so that people want to come back. I would say one of the areas that I would hit first from the top when you meet is that you're going to provide a safe place for everyone, regardless of how they come in. They're going to feel like their life is welcome there, that however they come in, that they're welcome there. And you can just set that up by saying it from the start, like, we love you right as you are right now. And that might mean a lot of things. You're going to have different people with different life stories, and those get complicated. One of the main things I would reassure your group with is that you are a safe place with confidentiality. Like, you're gonna have someone maybe in a one-on-one conversation share some things with you. That has to remain safe, like a vault. You have to become a vault for conversations where you've promised someone, I'm not gonna tell anyone that, and you need to mean it. Be a person that is trustworthy, and that will help everyone feel like it's a safe place to really deeply share. And then also I would say, you're gonna have some people share some things with you that are above your pay grade. And what do I mean by that? Well, there are a lot of times that we think as small group leaders, we become counselors. Here's a big thing. You're not a counselor. You are literally there to listen more than anything else. You are going to need to be a great listener. And that doesn't mean that you're providing all of this therapeutic advice to someone, because sometimes their life stories are so complicated and it's more than what you can handle. And it's okay to say that. I have many times in my life said, you know what? I think this is more than I can handle. And I have referred that person to someone that I trust that knows some more about that situation, or a counselor, and if you need any help with that, I know that we have some resources we can share with you on that. But don't try to tackle things that are not meant for you. You could find yourself really stuck in the middle of a hot mess. And also, and along that same line, is you aren't going to be able to fix everything. Like, walk into this knowing you're a safe place where you're going to listen well, and you can't fix everyone's stories, but what you can do is send them to the fixer. And I have a friend who once said, we are in charge of conversation, not conversion. You are in charge of conversation, not the conversion of someone's heart. That is in the Lord's hands. That's the Holy Spirit convicting and revealing and showing up in people's lives and telling them some things that you're not meant to tell them. All you're in charge of is the content that you've read through before, the questions that are provided, and then being an awesome listener. And so I just want to challenge you with just being those three things, being ready for that. Another thing in setting expectation, I would say this: don't cancel. If you can do your best not to cancel, it will help the momentum of your group. I will tell you, Johnny and I have had seasons where we've had to cancel. I just went through one. My father got sick and ended up passing away, and that was a season where we really literally cut our small group short, and it did suffer the momentum. I mean, we kind of with our small group had they were like orphans without a home, and so but I would say there are seasons where you will have to, and you need to lean into, if you're co-leading with your husband or with someone, lean into that and be ready to say no when you need to. But if you cannot cancel, I promise you it will help with the momentum of your group. It will make it consistent, and people will show up more and more often if they know that you're not canceling. If there's a chance that you are someone who cancels a lot, trust me, less people come. They just are like, well, because if you're half-hearted, they're going to be half-hearted, and they'll be like, well, maybe we just don't need to go tonight. It'd be easier to stay in our pajamas. And I'm a sucker for that. I'm telling you, there are times where I have not felt well, and I have leaned into that maybe a little too much. But being honest with you, there are nights when, because we hosted in our home, I'm like, hey, I'm not feeling good, and Johnny will host it downstairs, and I honestly will stay up in my room and rest a little bit so that we don't have to cancel. If one of our kids are sick or something and it's not super contagious, I'll stay upstairs with the kid, and he'll still continue with small group, or someone else will host. And so just want to challenge you. That's a big one. Don't be a canceler. Don't be a canceler.